Good morning, India. The way you have given a big applause makes clear that you are so excited and thrilled to see Shri S. Somnath, Chairman ISRO and Secretary, Department of Space. Welcome you all to the IISF Challenge. This is the first ever IISF Challenge, maintaining the tradition of setting world records in every edition of IISF. Earlier, we were setting the world records, which got recorded under Guinness World Record book. This year, we have started our own initiative, which is IISF Challenge. This is the inaugural ceremony of IISF Challenge 2023. As we begin this inaugural ceremony, I request all the dignitaries who are here, let me announce the names of the dignitaries. We have with us Dr. S. Somnath, Chairman ISRO, Secretary, Department of Space. We have with us Dr. Arvind Ranade, Director, National Innovation Foundation. We have with us Madam N. Kalai Selvi, who is DG CSIR and Director DSIR. We have with us Dr. Sudhir Kumar, who is Director Capacity Building at ISRO. A big round of applause to all the dignitaries on the dais. I request Dr. Kiran Rawat and Dr. Shubhamika from National Innovation Foundation to welcome our dignitaries by offering them a bouquet of flowers. Requesting Dr. Kiran Rawat to welcome Dr. S. Somnath, Chairman ISRO and Secretary of Department of Space. Requesting Dr. Shubhamika to offer a bouquet of flowers to Madam N. Kalai Selvi, DG CSIR and Director DSIR. Requesting once again Dr. Kiran Rawat to offer a bouquet of flowers to Dr. Arvind Ranade, Director, National Innovation Foundation. Dr. Shubhamika to welcome Dr. Sudhir Kumarji, Director Capacity Building ISRO, and the coordinator, one of the coordinators of this event of IISF Challenge 2023. I now request all the dignitaries to have a symbolic inauguration of this IISF challenge by lighting the traditional lamp. I also request the coordinator from Vijnana Bharati, Dr. Prashant Kodgire, to come on dais for the inauguration. The three main coordinators of this event, National Innovation Foundation, ISRO and Vijnana Bharati. So the three coordinators are here on stage with us along with the dignitaries.
Saraswati Mahabhadra Mahamaya Varaprada Shri Prada Padma Nilaya Padmakshi Padma Bhakraka Shivanuja Pustaka Bhrat Jnana Mudra Ramapara Kamarupa Mahavidya Mahapataka Nashini.
गुड मॉर्निंग यंग इंडिया वंस अगेन। सारे युवा भारतीयों का स्वागत करते हुए मैं संगीता अभ्यंकर IISF चैलेंज के लिए यहाँ पर उपस्थित सारे गणमान्य अतिथि, आयोजक, संयोजक, प्रशिक्षक, नियामक, प्रबंधक, विशेषज्ञ, अधिनिर्णायक, हमारे सारे स्वयंसेवक और सभी को यहाँ उपस्थित टीचर्स सभी को अभिवादन करती हूँ। As you all know, IISF Challenge is one of the 16 mega events of 9th edition of India International Science Festival. Today is day 2 of IISF, which was inaugurated yesterday at the hands of Dr. Jitendra Singh, Minister of State of the Ministry of Science and Technology, Minister of State in the Department of Atomic Energy and Department of Space, Government of India. Every year, IISF serves as a platform for fostering interactions among students, scientists, innovators, citizens, policymakers, industries, startups, artisans, science filmmakers, science writers, and so on. The word festival essentially focuses on the celebration of India's achievements in the field of science, technology, and innovation. With these words, I invite Dr. Arvind Ranade, Director, National Innovation Foundation, and one of the major coordinator of this event to brief about IISF and the IISF Challenge. Welcome, Dr. Arvind Ranade.
Thank you, Sangeeta. Most respected, Honorable Secretary, Department of Space and Chairman ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. The guest of honor, Dr. N. Kanai Selvi, Secretary, DSIR and Director General of CSIR. And very good friend of mine who has been part and parcel of doing various activities in IISF, perhaps more than a couple of years now, Dr. Sudhir Kumarji, who is the director at CPPO, ISRO, all the team members of IISF Challenge, dear students, teachers, I must say, the people on the dais, I really don't need to give the introduction of them. I think it's not only India, it's almost now the world knows who is the driving force for having a success in the field of a space. Am I right? Yes. So a person who is bringing the laurels to the country by successful landing of Chandrayaan-3 and the Aditya mission L1, Aditya L1. Having such a great success, the next person sitting to him, Dr. N. Kanai Selvi. I think there is no need of mentioning that the kind of contribution that CSIR has for the country's development. When you look at the various aspects, I think one cannot ignore the contribution of CSIR for the development of the country. And perhaps this is the reason for this IISF to celebrate science, wherein the public participation is ensured. Let the country know what are the achievements that we have done. And we have reached to the 9th edition of India International Science Festival. And I must tell you, the person who is behind this today's IISF challenge is none than the chairman of the ISRO, Shri Somnath ji. Dear students, आपको एक मैं जानकारी देना चाहता हूं। इस IISF में पिछले 8 साल तक हम IISF चैलेंज करके कोई कार्यक्रम नहीं करते थे। हम कार्यक्रम करते थे गिनीज बुक ऑफ वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड। यानी हम सोचते थे कि गिनीज बुक ऑफ वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड में हमारा नाम कैसे दर्ज हो, उसके लिए उनके अपने कुछ रिकॉर्ड्स होते थे, हम उनको ब्रेक करने की कोशिश करते थे। हमें लगा कि नहीं, उसमें ऐसा कोई रिकॉर्ड ही नहीं है जो हम बनाना चाहते हैं, तो हमने कुछ नए रिकॉर्ड भी किए। पर हुआ क्या, हमने गिनीज बुक ऑफ वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड में नाम दर्ज कर लिया। शायद आज भी वो अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर बहुत बड़ा प्लेटफॉर्म माना जाता है। पर इस 90वें संस्करण से हमने निश्चित किया कि क्यों ना जिस प्रकार से भारत देश विश्व गुरु की तरफ बढ़ने की संकल्प लेके चल रहा है, उसमें हम अपना कुछ बनाएं। और इसीलिए जब मैं सुधीर जी से इस विषय के बारे में चर्चा की, तो सुधीर जी ने कहा कि आप एक बार मुझे बताइए हम किस तरीके से कर सकते हैं। और रियली थैंक्स टू सुधीर जी। एंड देन वी हैड अ कपल ऑफ मीटिंग्स विद द चेयरमैन सर। आपको मालूम है सर ने एक क्षण का भी विलंब नहीं लिया और उन्होंने कहा कि हमारी सहभागिता आईआईएसएफ में इतनी बड़ी होनी चाहिए कि जिस प्रकार से चंद्रयान 3 हो, आदित्य L1 हो, उसी प्रकार से इसरो किस प्रकार से काम कर रहा है और हमारे नव युवकों को कैसे प्रेरित कर रहा है, उसके लिए हमें जरूर मदद करनी चाहिए। विद्यार्थियों, एक कार्यक्रम आपके सामने है। आज आप एक नया विश्व रिकॉर्ड बनाने जा रहे हैं और वो रिकॉर्ड सिर्फ आप तक सीमित नहीं रहने वाला है, वो रिकॉर्ड विश्व स्तर पर है। Today's IISF challenge is going to be in front of the international platform to break with all the terms and conditions that this entire team of IISF challenge has worked out in the last 1.5 month time. It was a real tireless journey that all of my team members have done. And I must tell you, the kind of support that we received from the ISRO is enormous. And today, all the Pico satellites are something that you are going to make it. It's not only just to sake of making it, you are also going to test it. I think what better one can think of. तो मुझे लगता है आज का जो IISF चैलेंज है वो आप बनाने वाले हैं। आपके नाम पे ये IISF चैलेंज दर्ज होने वाला है और हम विश्व के सामने एक ऐसा नया रिकॉर्ड सामने रख रहे हैं कि जो इस IISF के प्लेटफॉर्म से विश्व के सामने रखने जा रहे हैं। तो ये आपके लिए निश्चित प्रकार से गर्व की बात है, लेकिन आयोजकों के लिए भी ये बहुत बड़ी गर्व की बात है। और मैं यही कहूंगा कि आज आपका विश्व रिकॉर्ड जो है पूरी दुनिया देखने वाली है और इसके लिए स्वयं ISRO के चेयरमैन आपके सामने बैठे हुए हैं और आज उनके माध्यम से आपको इंटरेक्शन करने का मौका मिलने वाला है। जिस प्रकार से उन्होंने अपनी यशस्विता सबके सामने रखी है, मुझे पूरा विश्वास है आप उनसे प्रेरणा लेते हुए आप भी एक भारत देश का उज्जवल भविष्य बनाने के लिए मदद करेंगे। मैं कहता हूं आयोजकों की तरफ से आपको बहुत सारी शुभकामनाएं। ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर अ सक्सेसफुल the experiment that you are going to do. All the best wishes are there from the entire team of an Department of Science and Technology, Department of Scientific and Industrial Research, Department of Space, Department of Atomic Energy, Ministry of Earth Sciences, Department of Biotechnology, and of course the Coordination and Implementation Agency, that is National Innovation Foundation. At the same time, with the equal contribution by an organization, Vigyana Bharati, who is a national science movement, helping us all around for making this entire event a success. With this, I really get you all the best for a successful launch of your Pico satellites that you are going to make. Thank you so much. Dhanyawad.
Dear students, Dr. Ranade has already filled energy with his exciting talk and the kind of attachment he has with this IISF challenge event. Dear students who represent the Gen Z of modern India, we have planned this world record setting event of, the title goes like this: most people assembling model Pico satellite kits simultaneously. Most people assembling model Pico satellite kits simultaneously. This IISF challenge record setting attempt is proposed by Vigyana Bharati, Ministry of Science and Technology, Ministry of Space, Ministry of Atomic Energy, Ministry of Earth Sciences, and it is coordinated by National Innovation Foundation. As told by Ranade sir, the scientists from National Innovation Foundation have worked tirelessly for over 2 months along with Vigyana Bharati Karyakartas to plan and visualize this world record setting attempt. ISRO has supported in a big way to design this first ever IISF challenge activity. With these words, as we are all awaiting to hear Dr. S. Somnath and to announce this challenge open, I just want to add a few words about him. He's a well-known personality. So, in brief, I just add a few words about him. Dr. S. Somnath is an aerospace engineer and the 10th Chief of Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO. On 23rd August 2023, he, as ISRO chairman, spearheaded the soft landing of Chandrayaan-3 on the south pole of the lunar surface along with other notable ISRO scientists. He is also the Secretary of Department of Space who directly reports to Prime Minister of India. As he is an expert in launch vehicle structural systems, structural dynamics, mechanisms, pyrosystems, and launch vehicle integration, his pioneering contributions to mechanical integration designs resulted in making PSLV a highly sought-after launcher for microsatellites from across the world. He has also provided the technical leadership for designing the GSLV Mark III. Hailing from Alleppey district of Kerala, S. Somnath graduated in mechanical engineering and completed his post-graduation in aerospace engineering from IISC Bangalore. He is a fellow of INAE, Indian National Academy of Engineering, fellow of AESI, Aeronautical Society of India, and a member of IAA, International Academy of Aeronautics. He is the Vice President of International Astronautical Federation. He has got many recognitions. I will just mention a few recent ones as Man of the Year, Newsmaker of the Year, and so on. He received Performance Excellence Award for GSLV Mark III realization from ISRO, Rajyotsav Award from Government of Karnataka, Global Energy Parliament Award, and so many others. It's my pleasure to present before you the Chairman of ISRO, Dr. S. Somnath. I now request Shri S. Somnath to declare the IISF challenge open, followed by which, okay, first interaction, okay. As we have planned, we are going to have Sir's interaction with the students, followed by which the challenge will be declared open. Thank you.
Good morning, all of you. Are you all excited? Ready for the assembly? Great. See, good morning, all of you, and thank you for this opportunity to meet each one of you and to be part of this record-setting event of simultaneously assembling a standard Pico satellite for a definite experiment, which I am sure all of you have understood how it's going to be done. Possibly after this, there will be an explanation on how to do this. And I am also equally excited to see hundreds of Pico satellites being assembled here by the students. You know, India has launched almost 400 plus satellites for foreign countries using our rockets. Are you aware of it? Yeah, we have done almost 400 plus satellites of foreign countries have been launched from India using Indian rockets. So that's also a record for us. And I am very particularly happy because the very first satellite of foreign origin, when it was launched from India, I was in charge of doing that assembly, testing, and launching it on PSLV. So that is my, many years back when I was a young engineer, I had the fortune of assembling one satellite from Germany, another from Korea, launched on PSLV. So I was put on responsibility of engineering it, how to put it, how to launch it, how to meet the customer expectations. All that stuff was done during those times when I was in PSLV project long years back. So it brings back to the memory of working with people on building rockets, satellites, etc. And today, you are going to do this experiment. Of course, your satellites are not going to fly in rockets, but it will, of course, will go up and you will do some experiments, you will do some measurements, and I believe you will get some feel of what it is. But my hope tomorrow is that you will build actual satellites that will go to space. Will you build tomorrow? Someday you will be a satellite builder, satellite designers. Will you be? How many of you are ready for it? How many of you want to build satellites for scientific experiments? If you are not, I will tell you how to do little later. But of course, you concentrate on this experiment, or you are tensed up how to do this work now. So you are not thinking beyond. It doesn't matter now. So let me not take long time, because you are all now very concentrating on that activity. So you are not really looking at the future, but maybe just after this. I think we will talk about it, how to build satellites, how to build launchers, and how to do some good scientific experiments using the platform of satellites. And you please be aware that the world is looking at building smaller satellites in large numbers, because it is very cost effective, it's very easy to put it, and very short time to develop, and it can derive a lot of benefits. It gives you a lot of exposure to building complex engineering systems. Yesterday I read a news that NASA is going to academic institutions to build small satellites in large numbers. They are looking at pico, nano, micro satellites in large numbers to be built in US. You know, they are the world leaders in building space systems. Still, they want to do the same thing. The importance of this is that it inspires young people like you. It creates a lot of opportunity for innovation, and it is very, very cost effective. It can produce results very fast. It is failure tolerant, and there are many, many advantages. So let me not prolong. Let me today do this task now to declare this IISF challenge open for this record-breaking building of pico satellites by you young people. And specifically thank the Vijnana Bharati and also the Innovation Foundation for putting together all of this together with the support of all the sponsoring organizations. Also want to thank the Director General of CSIR to be with us, Sudhir Kumar with us, and all the volunteers of Vijnana Bharati as well as Innovation Foundation to be behind this backbone of organizing this. So thank you so much for this opportunity, and after this, there will be some demonstration for you how to do this, and we will interact a little later. Okay? Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Requesting the technical team, the demo that we had stopped halfway, that we will start now, as Dr. A. Somnath guided us just now. We'll have that 3-minute demo prepared by ISRO, after which he will be coming to the platform down there near to students to interact with them. So dear students, you are going to have this most memorable moments of your life after 3 minutes from now.
Check.
So, you are all feeling inspired by our chairman, Dr. Somnath words. As he said, this will be the first step to building real satellites. So don't take it lightly, or don't think it's a very small work. This will be the first step, and eventually we'll all want many people of you inside ISRO so that you can work on real satellites. So we'll continue the demo what I was showing. As you see, these are the 6 sides of the satellites which you will be assembling. You have the instructions. You can see these. There is for the one sensors all mounted. They are all color coded. Make sure you handle the wires very delicately, and also do not touch the microcontroller. It's a static sensitive device, and that is what I already told. So these 3 wires will go into the DHT sensor. You have to take the wires from the top of the panel, put the wires inside. So the 3 of the wires will get connected from inside the box and 3 from outside the box. Similarly, there are 4 wires for the brown sensor or the pressure sensor, which will be going from inside. Once you have connected the wires, keep the wires, the other end of the wires which are going to the microcontroller, which you can connect later, and start assembling the box. The box you can assemble, the opposite sides are similar, so you can see how the way the box gets assembled. Once you have the sides ready, 4 sides and the 5th sides, you can tie it with the rubber band initially so that you can hold the box tightly. Then you have to make the wires for the microcontroller, which is the biggest device on the chip, which you have kept separately aside. Connect all the 7 wires. The 7 wires, they have the color coding again: black, red, green, yellow for the pressure sensor, and the 3 colors for the DHT or the temperature sensor. Then you have 2 wires, the brown and the gray wire, which are for the battery connectors. The battery terminals are, they are polarized, so you cannot make mistake. It won't go the other way. It will go in the only one way that is possible. So you can connect it to the battery and connect it to the V in and ground pin of the microcontroller. Once you have put that, you put the battery inside the box and close the final side of the microcontroller. Once you close with the microcontroller side, you can again pull up the rubber band so the entire cube of the satellite gets connected. Make sure the switch is off. The switch will be off. There is a LED on the blue sensor which glows when the switch is on. Keep it in the off position, because if you keep it on, the battery will get drained, which will be required for the field test when you will go into the field and launch the satellite. We'll turn it on at that time. So once you can turn it on, and make sure that the LED besides the blue sensor is glowing. If it is not glowing, you can contact your technical help and he will assist you. If any component is wrong, you can replace those before we go to the field test. So this is the way the satellites will get assembled, okay? So this is a record which we are creating, simultaneous assembly of the largest number of picosatellites that we are doing. The solar panel you can connect later. Once the entire box is ready, you can connect the solar panel. It's a dummy solar panel, because the satellite is now getting powered by the battery. You have the instructions. Anything, if any component is not working, any wire is broken, any of the element is missing, immediately inform your assigned technical help and he will replace those components, okay? So make sure once you switch on after the entire assembly is over, the LED on the blue sensor is glowing. So we'll understand that your satellite has started working, okay? Thank you and wish you all the best for this world record program.
I request Chairman Sir to come and interact with the students. He's on the way. Please give him a big applause. He's coming to meet you guys.
Dear students, Dr. S. Somnath is going to be there on the platform amongst you, near you, to interact with you. Keep clapping for him, for his gesture of coming down to you. The chairman of ISRO is coming to you, amongst you, to talk to you, to interact with you, students. This is the most memorable time of your life, which you will cherish lifetime. लेकिन कोई भी मोबाइल बाहर नहीं निकालेगा. इसके सारे फोटो, ड्रोन कैमरा, सब कुछ काम कर रहा है यहाँ पर.
Give me here. Give to me. Give to me. You have the hand. There's a stage for you, sir. Oh, is it? Good afternoon. You ready for it? All studied well? So who is giving the countdown? No, don't obstruct. Hi. Have a question? Okay. So, what are we supposed to do now? All we have to do is because they are on 10 step.
No, that's what I see in face. Don't be tense. Why are you tense? That is with you. They make use of the opportunity. Ask questions. Why?
Otherwise, they will finish it. After that, we'll do. See, my suggestion today is that let them do the work, let them complete it, then we will have interaction. Okay?
Okay.
I think otherwise they are not in a position to ask any questions right now. Okay? Okay? So let us give them a countdown, let them complete the work. Okay? After that, they will be at ease. Hi, what's the question? Yeah, good morning.
Sir, I want to ask that what are the skills needed to become a better scientist like you?
So the question, your name?
Tarun Krishna.
Tarun Krishna is asking a question. What are the skills needed for becoming a better scientist? So first you have to be a scientist, then only you can become a better scientist, no? So first, to become a scientist, the fundamental behavior is what Tarun has just shown. Inquisitiveness, he has to ask questions. So you have already that. Fine, so congratulations. Your ability to come up and then ask question is the first and foremost thing for a scientist. And don't take anything for granted. Ask questions, even if it is foolish. Okay? You have that. The second quality that you need is to be able to read and understand things. Okay? Wherever there is a material available, go about, find out, read, improve your knowledge level. Rest will take care. Okay, all the best. Sit there. Yeah. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Sir, how did you, what's your journey to become the chairman of the?
No, that's a long journey. She's asking my journey. So but you just heard that I have gone through so much. It's just 40 years of travel to become where I am today. So today is not the nice time to explain all of that to you. So I won't spend all the time for your valuable time. We will discuss some other time about my journey and my life things. Okay? Please. If you have any specific question, we will discuss. Hi. All ready? Okay, good. All the best. Hi. How are you?
Sir, good.
All well?
Yes, sir.
Prepared well? Okay.
Sir, what is the fundamental thing that we can contribute for ISRO?
Right now you are a student, right? Don't bother about it. So you first get into ISRO, then only you can contribute. So prepare well, write our exam. If you are interested to become an ISRO scientist, do join us. Okay? It's very tough. You need to prepare very hard in your board exam and also the exam that ISRO conducts. Okay? Okay. How are you?
I am glad to meet you. Most of the time, 50% people do not get this chance, and I am really glad that I have.
So all the best to you.
Sir, I want to ask you a question.
Ah.
Sir, so from a young age, your aim was to join ISRO or it happened eventually?
Is your name?
Agastya Sharma.
Agastya Sharma is asking from the very young age where I was interested in ISRO. Frankly, I'll tell you, I never knew about ISRO when I was a student. From my village, I had no exposure to the organization like ISRO. So my schooling went through and my ambition was to become a school teacher. Okay, at the best. Maybe a mathematics or a physics teacher. But then when I joined engineering and then I came to know about ISRO, I came to know about space, technology, and there is some organization, ISRO, Vikrant Sarabhai Space Center in Trivandrum, I came to know. That all much later. And I had no opportunity to understand that there is an organization like this. Rockets are being built here. I did not know. So today you young people know it. That itself is a great thing. Right? So, yeah.
So we have a wider vision.
You of course have much better information, much better exposure than my generation. Huh? So all the very best to you. Yeah, it's for you. Hold it. You are in the photo, going to be in the photo. Thank you. All the best to you. Which school you are from?
MRI is Shambur.
Oh, great. A lot of girls here. How are you feeling? So in which class you are from? Science. Science. Okay. Yeah, ask the question.
Sir, is there a possibility that AI could be incorporated in satellites?
AI.
Yes, sir.
Ah, your good name?
Ashna.
Ashna.
Yes, sir.
Ashna is asking this question, can AI be incorporated in satellites? It's already there. You are not aware of it? Sorry. So I'll tell you, artificial intelligence is there everywhere when there is a computational power available. If there is a computer, it's easy to put an AI. What is AI? AI is essentially looking at a lot of data and making patterns out of it. No? So if you can have huge amount of data and you go through that and create some patterns and make some analysis out of it, AI can be applied. So what you do in satellites, for example, it's called edge computing. So you take images of the satellites. From Earth, you can take a lot of images. And if there is a car going somewhere, whether it is a car or it's a motorbike or a lorry or it's another something else, and if the pattern of the picture gives you a clue, you can find out. You can find out from space. If it's a military equipment, you can find out from space. And you don't have to send the entire picture down. If a tank is moving, you can quickly identify using the image analytics and AI. You can find out, yes, there is a object moving, which is, and it is likely to be a fighter aircraft or a ship or a tank, or it is an intruder jumping in. There is some change happen. These things are already there in satellites. And people have already launched many, even from India. We also, ISRO also has done some AI-enabled engines already launched in some of our satellites. Okay? Yeah. Okay. So how you feel? Already? Ready for the... Okay, good. आप कहाँ से आए? हरियाणा से. आपका नाम क्या?
Bhavya.
रेडी? सब पढ़ा है? अच्छा. कर सकते हैं क्या? Fully trained. All the best. Okay. I think we'll leave them now to start. Huh?
सर हमें आपको बस स्पेशल मेमेंटो देना है.
हाँ, दीजिए. हाँ, नहीं, कुछ नहीं करना. हाँ. You are in the competition? Then we'll do later. Namaskar. She wants to ask a question. Yeah, good.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So I just want to ask, there are so many success and failures also. So how will you all face that and overcome that failure?
Overcoming failure is a big story, my dear. Because have you failed in any examination till now?
Not now.
Till yet you are not failed. Congratulations.
Thank
So
you
you are
so
not
much, sir.
experienced. Your experience is now less.
It's a very big and
I have
opportunity
failed
for
in
me.
examinations. Okay, so failing in examination, is it a crime or
No, it's not a
your
crime.
parents look at it as a crime?
No, sir.
They'll be very happy even if you fail.
Actually, they will not say anything if I fail. They just motivate me or encourage me.
What will they do? Suppose your records says that you have failed in one paper and your parents look at it, what they are likely to tell?
They don't, they just motivate me or encourage me in very different ways.
Sure?
Yes, sir.
You are such a lucky girl. See, most of them don't have that privilege of getting that type of reply from parents. They will say, you what you did all these times, I have been pushing you, so you did all, you have made us very disappointed. And with this, how you are going to face your future, how will you get through the road, all this stuff will come, right?
Yes, sir.
For many people. This is a fundamental problem. The problem is not with you. The problem is with the people around you. Your teachers, your parents will all create problem for you if you fail. This is a pressure. See, the first and foremost in handling failure is to have a conducive environment around you, which will ask you to look into yourself and correct it. Failure everywhere, failure is a possibility. In rocket also, in building satellites also, there are some of the instruments that you are going to build today may not work. You know it, right? But still you are going to do it. Because it gives you a possibility tomorrow that sometimes you will be doing better. So this possibility is what is more important than success or failure. And if you understand, not you alone, you teach your parents also sometimes. If you are lucky, then your parents understand. Suppose many of the students, their parents don't even understand, their teachers won't even understand. Because experience is more important than success or failure. Ultimately, your success or failure is not determined by small things like passing an examination. I can tell you that many people who are succeeded in life are not the ones who passed in all examinations. Many of them have failed. Still, they made it great in their life. All the best to you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Huh? Is it me?
Yes, sir.
Your name?
Do you look like...
Naksh Gupta.
Hold it for you. Okay, thank you. So I should give autograph and return to you. Okay. It's already plastic painted. So I'll do one thing. I'll return back to you.
अनाउंस करूंगी बाद में.
Great moment.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Great job.
I have a question for you.
Come. Chaliye.
So you take the mic.
How we stay motivated in our tough situations, in our bitter situations?
In bitter situations, how to get motivated?
Yes,
That's
sir.
just as I said. Failure is one situation.
We think someone that we are not reaching our goals, we are not able to reach them. So how we get that?
See, there is something called power of imagination.
Yes.
Your goals become a reality only if it has gone inside you very strongly.
Yes, sir.
See, one goal. You tell me one goal you want to reach.
Sir, doctor.
You want to become a doctor.
Yes.
Okay. How much you have internalized that goal? Have you dreamt that I am really a doctor now? I am treating a patient. Somebody has approached me.
Yes.
Have you dreamt about it? Have you felt that I am already a doctor?
So the uniform,
Have-
that's motivating.
Have you feeling the smell of the hospital now?
Yes, sir.
Feeling the smell of the hospital?
Yes.
Are you feeling the happiness on the face of the patient that has come to you?
Yes.
Are you feeling it?
Treating them.
You feel it regularly.
Yes.
Okay? You make it as a habit of knowing it that you are internally is already there.
Yes.
Second thing you should do continuously is to thank for making me already a doctor, even much before it has become.
Yes.
Can you do that?
Yes, sir.
Then you will sure become.
Thank you, sir.
See, it is a power of your mind.
Yes.
You will do whatever is needed to become the doctor once you have that ability to internalize your dream.
Yes.
Okay? Don't skim it over.
Close, otherwise a voice
Don't
will
take it
not-
for light. Okay, all the best.
Thank you, sir.
So I have a question. So
Thank you. Yeah, tell me. Good morning.
I have a question. जैसे आप सैटेलाइट में एक कनेक्शन करने इस्टेब्लिश करने के लिए लॉन्चिंग सैटेलाइट में एक डिवाइस यूज़ करते होंगे. इधर हम एक छोटे लेवल में कर रहे हैं, जैसे इधर नोड एमसीयू है, माइक्रो कंट्रोलर, और इसके अंदर हम ब्लूटूथ वाईफाई से कनेक्ट हो रहा है अपने फ़ोन में या सर्वर में, है ना. तो आप सैटेलाइट्स में से क्या लगाते हैं, कौन सा कंट्रोलर लगाते हैं और कौन से डिवाइस है जो हेल्प करता है कनेक्शन इस्टेब्लिश करने के लिए?
No, there are many things in satellites. First thing in satellites, there are computers. It can be based on processors. It can be based on FPGAs. You know processor? Processor is a next level of microcontroller. It has its own peripherals and things like that. And you create a computer. And this computer is the one which manages the entire activity of a satellite. We call it the primary computer. Then after that, there is a communication system. The communication systems are primarily two or three types in a satellite. One for commanding and data communication. Commanding means you have to send a command, it has to receive and then decode and understand and execute. So this command sending happens through microwave. You call it like S-band, L-band, X-band, C-band. You use appropriate bands of frequencies to send a command. And this is called radio frequencies. And this radio frequency, once you send it from antenna, some antenna will receive it. You will convert it, take the signal out of it, and then decode it in the computer and find out what signal it is, then do the commanding. This is one. You want to turn it right, turn, look here, open the camera. All these commands can be coded. So you can send it through RF signal. Second thing is, you have to, suppose a data is there in the satellite, it has to come back. Then you can send it back in similar manner. It has to have an antenna. It has to beam the antenna down. It can be an image that is taken from Earth. This image goes to the computer. It converts it into an RF signal by appropriate modulations and things like that. It's sent back in again as an RF signal down. You receive it, you will down convert, take it to the convert to the picture, digital domain. Because RF is in analog domain, it's not in digital domain. It converts to a digital domain and make the picture physically possible. So you have multiple types of communication devices, antennas, receiving antennas, transmitting antennas, power amplifiers, low noise amplifiers, and things like that. It's a big chain of electronics. Okay, so this is just an initial element of what you are going to experience in the full satellite much later. Okay, thank you. Yeah, move everywhere. Yeah.
Actually, I have a doubt that can we use quantum mechanics in our satellites or not?
Is your good name?
Sir, Priyank.
Priyank is asking whether quantum mechanics in satellites. I think your question is not on quantum mechanics. I think you are asking question on quantum. The recent talks about quantum cryptography, quantum entanglement, quantum particles, quantum materials, etc. In satellites, already quantum cryptography is being used, especially based on quantum entanglement. Quantum entanglement is a different phenomena. It's in which you can convert the same state to two different objects at two different spatial domains. So something happens here, its pair also behaves the same manner at a far distance. So you can encrypt something, the other one also get encrypted. So we already developed this technology in ISRO, quantum communication technology with the quantum cryptography, and we are going to launch a satellite in another few months. Okay, thank you. Hi. Chaliye. Questioners, of course.
I am Paramgod, sir. Sir, my question to you, I would like to ask
You are doing what here? You are part of the competition?
Yes, sir. I'm one of the participants.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Sir, I am Paramgod, and I would like to ask you the same question which was asked to Dr. Kalam, that how do you see India in terms of space science by 2040?
Indian will be going and landing on the moon in 2040.
In 2040?
Yeah, it will be a good thing to happen, right?
Yes, sir, of course.
Yes.
Sir, one more question. One more question is that when is ISRO going beyond the solar system in search of extraterrestrial lives, like programs like SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Life?
For that, you don't have to go outside solar system. It's totally understand that there is an extraterrestrial life or other planets outside. We have already launched a satellite called AstroSat, which is looking at similar observations. We are also going to launch future satellites like exoplanets. It's currently in thinking, which will look at future planets around other suns. And there, already 5,000 such satellites planets are already found out. Few of them are having Earth-like habitable zones. So we are launching satellites to find out the Earth-like atmospheres in those planets. So even without traveling, you can find out. Traveling beyond solar system is a big challenge. So it comes out of years of travel human beings cannot do.
I was asking in terms of powerful space telescopes, like JWST.
It's not telescopes alone. There are other ways of observation. Telescopes are important to understand, but JWST is not meant for exosolar planets. They are meant to look at how universe is created. You want to look deeper into the past from the moment of the Big Bang condition. So that's why there is huge collection of photons are required and large array of mirrors are required. That's a different requirement. But for this, you don't need all of that. Okay.
What advantages will we get from studying Sun with Aditya L1?
The question is on Aditya L1 and what's the advantage of studying Sun. Sun is the only source of energy for us, and Sun has so much influence on Earth, especially the space weather. The Sun is having a lot of periodicity in its activity. It's not a static body that's emitting radiation. It is dynamically changing, and it has a cycle of ejection called coronal mass ejection. So if you have to study this and its impact on Earth, then you need to continuously observe a long periods of time, make some measurements in various domains, like looking at the Sun disk and understand there is a coronal mass ejection happening. Its magnetic fields are to be modeled, and then you have to predict how big it's going to be. You have to look at the particle emissions and then understand how much particles actually travel towards Earth. You can look at it in X-ray domain to find out high energy, low energy X-rays, how they behave. You can look at the magnetic effect in the field that connects Earth and Sun, and how ultimately it affects the Earth, its space weather, its local weather, its influence on power grids, its influence on spacecrafts. So all of this can be connected by this observation.
So what
I think we'll move. Huh? Okay.
Wasn't this exciting? Can we have a big round of applause for Somnath sir for coming here all the way, interacting with you. I'm sure that this was a memorable day for all of you.
Dear students, keep clapping as we give special memento to Shri S. Somnath.
So this is the prototype satellite. It is on and we could be able to now see that data is coming. So this is how you can blow the sensor.
Yeah. Fantastic.
So all the data can be
How the transmission is also happening.
This antenna is there on the this antenna.
Ah, it's okay.
And its range is 500 meters or even more.
Power is less, but we are increasing the ground transmission, ground receiver. Ground receiver has a high power. So
You are tested it at a distance now?
we tested it.
Okay.
So its capabilities in kilometers.
Okay, it's for the satellite, the real power will be some cells.
Battery.
9-volt battery.
For them, they have all the power. Okay. Great, congratulations.
These are tutor, sir.
Ah,
Merchandiser both.
so the design is really good, cute. Good, congratulations. And the app is also developed by you?
Yes.
Okay, great. Looks like a very cute satellite.
Looks like, yes.
So each of these students are going to carry that satellite back to their home.
Oh,
So
great.
this is a gift from IISF to all the students. Whatever satellite they are going to make, they'll carry it with them. And it's going to be a memorable gift from IISF 2023.
And now it's time for IISF challenge to give a memorable gift to Shri S. Somnath. This memorable gift, the memento, is developed by the grassroots innovators from National Innovation Foundation.
A big round of applause. Thank you, sir, for coming here.
This is a pot made out of cow dung with coke and the pit and the tulsi seeds inside it. This is also another eco-friendly gift. The Mitti Cool bottle. The bottle will keep the water cool. It is made up of soil. So it is a modern flask from the sustainable eco-friendly material. Thank you, Shri Somnath. And here is Dr. Rashmi Pundi, who has gifted these special things to Shri S. Somnath on behalf of IISF Challenge. Thank you, sir,
Thank
for
you.
being with us, spending time with us. Thank you so much.
Okay, all the best. You have to do it
Requesting
between
Dr.
last-
Prashant Kodgire.
No, but if you start taking, everybody will.
Did you like this interaction? I'm sure you are not going to forget this day where one of our ideal scientists, the great person, and such a humble human being who came and talked to you, spent time to answer your questions. And therefore, let's give a huge round of applause for Somnath sir for coming, interacting with us, talking to you. I feel envy for you that when I was school kid, I didn't get opportunity. But now, at this very young age, you are able to do this. Hereafter, we are going to start our actual activity. And that's going to be a serious business. And therefore, we want this hall to be emptied. Apart from students who are today's hero, who are going to create a world record, they should be there, and the technical team who are going to help them. Everybody else should vacate these premises and please join us in the VIP area. All the teachers, people from the other events, you cannot be there in this premises. You have to vacate this particular area. This is the part and protocol of the guideline for IISF challenge. We just want to check whether you guys are ready for assembly or not. Can people who have received the box, the kit in front of you, raise your hand? Very good. Hands down. Are you ready for start the assembly? Are you ready to create a world record? Are you ready to create a history? I can't hear from student in the back. Are you ready? Thank you very much.
Last batch of students is coming, I think. Very good.
Yes. So we have last batch of students who have joined us. Please occupy your seat as soon as possible. And within couple of minutes, we are going to start this particular event.
Dear students, the one who was talking to you right now is Dr. Prashant Kodgire, the Vijnana Bharati coordinator of IISF Challenge. He's from IIT Indore. He's now going to tell you about the Guinness World Records that we did before and the record that you are going to set now. Dr. Prashant Kodgire, a big round of applause for him.
Thank you so much, Sangeeta ma'am. Dr. Arvind Ranade, Director of NIF, in his inaugural talk has mentioned that since inception of IISF, last 8 years, we have been making world record. So in last 8 years, India International Science Festival has created, this is the journey of world records at IISF. So 16 world records were made in last 8 years, and today in the 9th edition, we probably going to make 17th world record. Are you ready for that? So what is that we have made earlier? We have done very amazing things. As I said, IISF started its journey in 2015. There was a world record about largest practical science lesson which happened at IIT Delhi. Subsequently, there was another event which happened at IIT Madras in 2017 where more than 1,000 students, they participated in the largest biology lesson. In the very next year, IISF happened again in the Uttar Pradesh, where it happened in the Lucknow, and over there, 550 students, they created a world record by having most people conducting DNA isolation experiment hands-on with their own hands. Subsequently, in the same IISF, there was a largest astrophysics lesson at IISF 2029 in Kolkata. There was yet another event where most people assembled radio kits. So 268 kits, something similar to what you are doing, that was created in IISF Kolkata. And a third world record was also there in IISF Kolkata. That was an image of human chromosome. So 415 students, they created this world record by creating this replica of human chromosome by having different color clothes. 2020, it was a COVID year, but IISF didn't stop. IISF happened online. It was a virtual IISF, and in that particular IISF, there were 5 world records. Considering the COVID time, there were some activities. One of the activity was making sundial, and 1,631 students from 100 plus cities across India, they joined us to create this world record of creating a sundial and testing it whether it is working or not. Subsequently, there was a world record on applying face mask, and close to 2,000 students, they participated in that. Third world record was about hand wash activity, simultaneous hand wash activity. More than 1,000 students from all different states of India virtually joined for that. Fourth world record in 2020 was about largest lesson on nutrition, where more than 2,700 students participated in that. And IISF as a virtual event, such a large scale, that itself was one record where 45,000 students who virtually attended IISF, and there were 5 world records made in 2020. 2021, IISF shifted to western part of India in Goa and 3 world records were made. One record was on rainwater harvesting kit. There were 908 students physically present from different schools of Goa, and there were 1700 plus students who virtually joined from all different states of India. It was in a hybrid mode. Subsequently, there was yet another world record where students had largest place exploration lesson, followed by they created the radio antenna dish. Some students asked how satellite communicate, how we find extraterrestrial life, and that's where these big antennas, radio telescope, those replicas were made. And there was one more record which made in collaboration with ISRO. Bright kids like you, they made a rocket, Gaganyaan 3 replica. There were 550 of those students who built rocket with their own hands, and they launched all these different rockets, and there were 3 different world records made in Goa. So consecutively 3 years, there were 3 world records, and that's why the hat-trick of hat-trick was there. Last year's IISF happened in the central part of India in Bhopal, where 1,459 students assembled a robot. And today, we are going to have IISF challenge where the students, bright students who are standing in front of me, they are going to create a history. But I am not sure. Are you ready for creating a history? So we have this kit available with us where we are going to have replica of a Kalpana satellite, which will have all the components of microprocessor, chip, sensors, battery. We are going to start that countdown now. And after that countdown, we are going to touch that kit. We are going to assemble it. We'll have 45 minutes to 1 hour. And after that, we are going to stop. In this particular period of 45 minutes to 1 hour, nobody is going to leave the space. You cannot talk to each other. You are going to do it independently and individually. And we are going to create a history. How is the Josh? Are we ready? So last school is ready. Pushkar, are we ready?
Are they given kits? There is a request to Shri Santosh Patel ji, who is in charge of the main entrance of this hall, that to be there and not to allow anybody hereafter to enter this hall. Shri Santosh Patel ji.
The assembly part will happen in this premises. Followed by that, we will have lunch over here. You are going to submit those satellites for the mounting onto a frame. And after lunch, we are going to go to the launch site in a very disciplined manner. Nobody will vacate this place. We are going to form queue, and very beautifully we are going to move from one place to other place. So for next 45 minutes, we are not going to talk. We are going to be a scientist who is going to create a history. We are going to make a satellite replica. आप सारे छात्र तैयार हैं?
सारे वॉलंटियर्स भी तैयार है? टेक योर पोजीशंस. अभी आपके ग्रुप में किसी को कोई डाउट नहीं है? Because I still see some volunteers talking to some students. Okay, अभी volunteers, students के अलावा और यहाँ के जो मेन ऑफिशियल्स हैं, वो लोगों को छोड़ के कोई भी यहाँ नहीं रहेगा. Are we ready, Samir ji?
मिल गए क्या? किट चालू करें? हो गया क्या सबका यहाँ का? काउंटडाउन चालू करें? 5-6 जणांचं राहिले तर ते किट संपले आता आपल्याकडे.
3 किट्स कमी आहेत ते एक्स्ट्रा मुलं आलेली आहेत 528 मुलं आलेली आहेत.
अरे मग तुमच्याकडे आहेत ते स्पेअरचं किट बनवा.
आमच्याकडची पण देऊन टाकली.
सुरू होता है
तुम्ही म्हणला 100 किटचं सामान आहे माझ्याकडे.
ते वेगळे आहेत, ते बॉक्स फॉर्मॅटमध्ये नाही आपल्याकडे. ते पण देऊन टाकू का मग? बॉक्स फॉर्मॅटमध्ये नाही आहे माझ्याकडे, पॅकेटमध्ये आहेत ते.
द्या ना. 4-5 मुलं बाकी आहेत. कोणाला वापस
अरे
पाठवू
3च
नका.
किट पाहिजे ना आता संतोष सरांना बोलून ते देऊन टाकू. बघू कोणते असतील तर
अरे द्या पॉकेट फॉर्मॅटमध्ये. We have more than 525 students in this premises representing 12 different schools. So big round of applause for all those students. You are not going to open anything before we do start countdown. Don't touch the kit. We have not started yet.
Students,
Nobody will touch the kit yet.
keep the kit, keep components inside. Everybody, keep all the components inside. See, this is being recorded, so it has to start with the countdown. When the countdown ends, the whistle will blow. At that moment, everyone is going to open the kit. Everybody's kit is closed. The kit box is closed. If not, please keep all the components inside. The नियामक जो है, जो ग्रुप लीडर्स है, सी टू इट दैट कोई भी ओपन नहीं कर रहा है. आप भी सारे इंस्ट्रक्शन सुन लो, नहीं तो आप कैसे रेगुलेट करोगे? कितनी बार यहाँ से बोला गया है कि विसल के बाद हो जाएगा, तो आपके सामने ही वो लोग ओपन कर रहे हैं बॉक्सेस. आपको विजिलेंट रहना है. पूरे 24 बच्चों की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आप पे है. किसी एक ने गलती किया तो रिकॉर्ड से सारे 24 आउट हो जाएंगे. तो ये नहीं होना है. आपको भी सारे इंस्ट्रक्शन पे ध्यान देना है, सारे वॉलंटियर्स को भी ध्यान देना है.
आपके किट के साथ एक बैटरी आई है. ये 9 वोल्ट की बैटरी है. इसकी हाफ लाइफ, शेल्फ लाइफ कम होती है. तो हम एक बार इसे असेंबल करने के बाद टेस्ट करेंगे. लाइट ब्लिंक हो रही है या नहीं देखेंगे. उसके बाद उसको स्विच ऑफ करेंगे. स्विच ऑफ नहीं करोगे, बैटरी पूरी मर जाएगी, आपको दूसरी बैटरी नहीं मिलेगी. जब एक्चुअल लॉन्च में उसका फंक्शन देखना होगा, तब आपके पास बैटरी नहीं है, तो आप डिस्क्वालीफाई हो जाएंगे. तो जो बैटरी है, असेंबली पूरी हुई है या नहीं है, देखने के लिए एक बार ऑन होगी. लाइट ब्लिंक है या नहीं देखनी है, उसके बाद उसको स्विच ऑफ करना है. उसके बाद आपका काम खत्म हो गया है. ठीक है?
Dear students and the volunteers and the volunteers and the volunteers and the volunteers, don't talk amongst yourselves. After this, no two volunteers are going to interact with each other. Your full attention is on the students. During the entire assembly, no two students are going to talk to each other, and no two volunteers are going to talk to each other. The volunteers are also not using their smartphones. Switch them off, keep them in your pocket. No mobiles and no smartphones by the volunteers. Full focus for 1 hour. See, we are onto a serious business which is recorded by the drone camera, by the other cameras, and everything will be the evidence for this record attempt. So we have to be serious. No talking amongst yourself. Is it clear? How is the josh of the volunteers? Thank you. Breakfast लिया आपने? हाँ?
एक बार स्टूडेंट्स का जोश देखते हैं. किसका ज्यादा है?
Okay, students का होश ज्यादा है, जोश और होश दोनों, और volunteers का ज्यादा है, सर देखना चाहते हैं.
So we'll have a testing competition challenge between volunteers and students. Let's see who has more josh. So how is the josh of volunteers? How is the josh of students? So I don't need to judge this, isn't it? So can we start countdown?
And here we go.
Timer लगा तुम्हें.
The countdown, the whistle, and then you open the kit. And then nobody talks, only the assembly. Done? अभी भी वॉलंटियर्स और स्टूडेंट्स के बीच में बातें हो रही है. आर वी स्टिल नॉट सेटल्ड? कोई इश्यूज है तो अभी बता दो. नो वन इज गोइंग टू टॉक नाउ. And the countdown begins. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
In case some of the students find that there is a missing component or non-functional component, you just raise your hand. The volunteers who are assigned to your group, they'll come and assist you. Nobody will talk to anybody. All the volunteers will go to the other side, extreme corners to the wall. Shift ho जाओ.
वॉलंटियर्स को विजिलेंट रहना है. किसी ने ऐसे हाथ ऊपर किया, कुछ डाउट है तो अटेंड करना है. अटेंड करने के बाद फिर से आप अपनी जगह पर जाओगे. कि यहाँ कौन है?
Volunteers, please coordinate with your group. See that whether any student in your group has raised hand. Please go and address that issue. Team of Indo-Science, please bring your spare parts.
यहाँ पर एक रिप्लेसमेंट की जरूरत है.
संतोष पिसे. यहाँ आ जाओ यार आप लोग सेंटर में. आपके दो बूथ बनाओ सेंटर में, वहीं से आप पास करो. नहीं होगा यहाँ क्यों तोड़ के आएंगे लोग. पूरा सामान शिफ्ट करो ना तुम.
Excuse me, all the volunteers, if the student is telling you that कुछ टूटा हुआ है, डैमेज्ड है, तो वॉलंटियर अपने हाथ में उठा के नहीं लेके जाएगा. आप रिपोर्ट करो वहाँ टेक्निकल सपोर्ट से, वो लोग आएंगे, देखेंगे, रिप्लेसमेंट दे देंगे। आप हाथ में उठा के नहीं घूमना। एक बार उनको देखने दो, शायद वो टूटा हुआ नहीं होगा, वो वैसे भी हो सकता है, तो उनको कंफर्म करने दो। All volunteers for any replacement will contact this center table. ये जो BNP है उसको एक ही स्क्रू है, दो नहीं है, तो वो कोई चिंता की बात नहीं है। कोई भी वॉलंटियर, कोई भी कंपोनेंट उठा के यहाँ नहीं लाएगा। आप लोग टेक्निकल सपोर्ट को वहाँ लेके जाओ। और do not attend 2 people, 1 person. You can cater to somebody else.
हो जाएगा ना, वो समझ लो कि कैसा लगाना है। ये ऐसे लगेगा, यहाँ लगने के बाद यहाँ पे स्क्रू है, तो एक स्क्रू से फिट हो जाएगा। हाँ, कौन से सेंसर? यही तो स्क्रू है।
दूसरा इसमें, सॉरी, एक इसमें स्विच में।
इसमें स्विच में क्यों स्क्रू है? कुछ नहीं है इसमें।
और एक और चीज, दूसरा वाला सेंसर
ये वाला है।
हाँ, इसमें भी यहाँ पे स्क्रू एक्स्ट्रा मिला हमको लगाने।
नहीं है, एक ही स्क्रू है।
और अगर जो इनका टूटा हुआ है किसी का,
तो आप रेस करो ना, वहाँ पे सारे स्पेयर्स है, वो मिल जाएंगे आपको। जाएगा जाएगा। इसमें ये वाला जो प्रेसिंग वाला पार्ट है ना, दबाओगे तो ऐसे लगेगा। इसको ऑफ रखना है।
All the volunteers, if their BMP 280 is dismantled, then inside the kit there are extra screws. Get that BMP panel with that screw to me, I'll screw it. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
अरे बहुत बढ़िया, जोरदार। सोमनाथ जी आए, हमने कहा सिर्फ भाग देंगे, उन्होंने अंदर घूम के सबसे इंटरेक्शन की और गदगद हो गए बच्चे कि भाई उनको हाथ मिलाने के लिए उनका मिला है। इतने बच्चे एक साथ कर रहे हैं, इवनिंग में इसके सर्टिफिकेट बनेगा ना, वो कॉपी मिली होगी। नहीं, वो नहीं मिलेगा।
The people other than volunteers, let us avoid random movements in the middle lobby and the corridor. Be seated in some chair at the back. Avoid random movements or just standing in the corridor.
आपको आपके बच्चे के लिए नहीं आना है, बाकी बच्चे जो कर रहे हैं वो देखने के लिए आना है। क्योंकि ये 15-45 मिनट और एक प्रवेश हुआ 2002 में। इनको देखने के बाद लगता है जैन जी को ही मिला हाव भाव भी वैसे ही है, चेहरा।
Students, take care of your own components. Don't allow the students on your left and right to touch them, move them, see them, nothing.
आपल्या सोबत आहेत का? अवॉइड कीजिए सर, एक बार होने दीजिए, एक बार होने दीजिए।
सीटर होता है, बैठेगा तो फ्लाई को ऐसे पकड़ के बैठेगा।
ओके, दूसरा आदमी ऐसा।
दूसरा दो, एक उसको नेविगेट करेगा, एक पकड़ के बैठेगा। जब वो ऊपर जाएगा नीचे आएगा तब सेंसिंग पैरामीटर स्क्रीन करेगा।
Hello. Volunteers, please note, you are not supposed to discuss with the students over there. Volunteers, 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 please note, unless a student asks you, don't help them.
उन्होंने कंधे पे हाथ रखा, वो भी है, ये भी
लाइफ टाइम और लाइव, दे वोंट फॉरगेट इट। हाथ से किए और आगे भी उनको कुछ करने के लिए प्रोत्साहित करें।
लेकिन साइंस को परफेक्ट फॉलो करते हैं।
और जब मैं वहाँ गई, मैं उनको साइंस था, उसमें मैं था नहीं था।
कोई भी फील्ड में
थोड़ा इंटरेस्ट क्रिएट होता है, तो कैसे
IITs में तो प्रैक्टिस है, प्राइवेट इंस्टीट्यूट में थोड़ा वो कम जाता है। ये में 4 से एडमिशन होते हैं, मैकेनिकल में एक्स्ट्रा होते हैं।
लैब में भी कभी कभार लेके जाएंगे, तो ऐसे इंटरेस्ट नहीं बनता है। साइंस में सब कुछ प्रैक्टिकल होना चाहिए, और हम लोग ऐसे याद करवा रहे होते हैं, वो भी वेरी क्वेश्चन आते थे घर पे।
जो भी लेटेस्ट चल रहा है उसका फिर उनको चालू रखें।
क्या कैसे होता है।
समीर जी, समीर जी, मैं एक दिन से बैठेगा ना, जैन ग्राउंड से सर्जिकल की बोला हाँ ठीक है। अरे आपण करूया ना, नाही काय आम्ही थोडं इथं बसली खाते जातील ते
आप फोटो ले लो ना, भी आना। खूप बरं आहे. थँक्यू. मग गोव्याची बाकी लोक म्हणतील की बाकी लोक म्हणतील खरंच खूप आठवण येते. आणि बाकी लोक म्हणतील की असं काय आम्हाला काय मिळालं एका एका माणसाला तुम्ही ज्यांना आम्ही ओळखत नाही त्यांना ते प्रत्येक माणसाला प्रत्येकाला ओळखत आणि त्यासुद्धा गोव्याचा जो आम्हाला आम्ही कधी बघत नाही तर तुम्ही बघत जबरदस्त जबरदस्त पर्सनल माझी यांची ओळख आधी झाली ते माझे न्यूजचे शिक्षक होते आणि जयंतरावांची भेट माझी नंतर त्यावेळेस मी मुंबईला आलो कारण की त्यांच्याकडे कोकण सांगितलं संगीत प्रथम वर्ष त्याच्यात न्यूज जयंती बोलली 94 झालं स्पेशल प्राथमिक विशेष असा व्हॅक्यूम आहे ना तो भरू शकतो आणि आम्हाला ते जास्त जाणवतं म्हणजे जीव लावणारे प्रचारक एवढंच नव्हतं नाटक वेगळं होतं आमचं इतकी आत्मीयता आणि इतकं विज्ञानी इतकी फोर्स आहे जे डायमेन्शन आपण विचार नाही करायचे त्या डायमेन्शनचा त्यांनी विचार केलेला आहे दुखवताना सगळं करणं इतकी जण कंप्लेंट घेऊन यायचे ना मग माझ्या समोर ती चर्चा कधी कधी व्हायची मित्र सांगायची लोक किंवा ती किती चांगली आहे मग त्याच्यातले सगळे गुण मग तो बदलून द्यायचा म्हणजे मी कंप्लेंट करायला आलो आहे का आता मी त्याचा आदर सन्मान करायचा असं म्हणून तो फरक आहे यंत्राव कोणाला रागवलेलं बघितलं नेवर कधीच म्हणजे ते समजून सांगायची शैली असायची गांभीर्य आणायचे ते आता नाही मनोहरला बऱ्याच लोकांचा राग असायचा काय होत अरे नाही पण मनोहर आपण खूपच तो परत पावले पावली जाणं म्हणजे त्याच्या ऐकून जाणं जो मनोहर पूर्वीचा टायमर काय टायमर मस्त आहे किती वेळ चालू ठेवायचं
11:16 सुरू केले आपण
12पर्यंत
अर्धा तास झाला
बघा थोडंसं फिरायला
टेक्निकल वाल्यांना
टी शर्ट अँड पेन टाइम में देंगे
लॉन्च में दे देंगे, लंच में
नहीं लंच टाइम में दे देंगे
वहाँ से बाहर निकल के दे देंगे।
नहीं वो पहन के उधर अच्छा लगेगा ऑल 500
नहीं देखो हम यहाँ अगर ऐसे डिस्कस करेंगे तो आगे फ्लोर कंटिन्यू आएंगे लाइन से एक एक ग्रुप बाहर से निकलेगा पीछे से लास्ट में लाइन बना के जाएगा लेफ्ट की तरफ। जब लाइन बना के जा रहा है तो वहाँ पे दे सकते हैं ना।
हाँ यहाँ से जब बाहर निकलता है
हाँ हाँ
एग्जिट से आपने ब्रेकफास्ट किया सर आपने किया
नहीं इन्होंने कल किया ब्रेकफास्ट आज एंजॉय करने दो।
अभी थोड़ा
IISF NIF ही करने वाला है इनको ट्रेन होने दो।
उसके बाद कैमरा ऊपर लगवाएंगे तो बच्चा जब जाएगा बात पहले बन जाएगा ये थोड़ा हेल्प करने की वो अपने एक बार जाके देख लो कुछ बच्चों के साथ समस्या है पास के कारण
आ रहे हैं सर वॉलंटियर्स मिल के आ रहे हैं हम लोग लेके आ रहे हैं जो भी है ना
नहीं वो उससे नहीं होगा वॉलंटियर के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट मत रहो आपके पास स्पेयर लोग हैं तो आप
स्पेयर लोग तो हम 2 ही हैं ना सर
बाकी लोग कहाँ हैं?
बाकी लोग कहाँ 5 ही तो लोग हैं हम लोग संतोष सर ये तो रहे
काही जणांची पण आहे काही जणांची बिलकुल पण नाही तर समजा पार्टमध्ये काही प्रॉब्लेम आहे काय आहे त्याचं का बनत नाही आहे थोडंसं आपल्याला बघायला लागेल. त्यांना थोडं इंटरव्हेन्शन लंच मिल जाएगा 7 बजे 7 बजे के लिए बना वो आखिरी वाले में थी उसमें से निकलना ठीक रेडी
सर ये ऐसे ही लूज रहेगा फिर ये वाला फुल
सिंबॉलिक
सर ने चेक कर लिया है
कर लिया
इस वर्किंग
फाइनली चेक करना है नहीं एक हमारा ऑफलाइन मीटिंग हुआ था
विजिट करवाया था शूटिंग की
लोगों का बन गया है लोगों का बनाना नहीं उनका बनाने निकल जा रहे हैं आप लोगों को घूम के उठा हाँ जहाँ जहाँ लग रहा है कि गलत कर रहा है तो थोड़ा सा समझा के उसको फिर आगे बढ़ाना है। हाँ पानी से आर्डर ले लेना सबको बोल दो यहाँ 1-2 लोग रहो बाकी सारे वहाँ हैं। तू वाढत नाही आहे तुम्ही रोज गप्पा मारता आम्ही ॲक्च्युली जे इन्व्हेंटर आहेत त्यांच्याशी इंटरॅक्शन केलं की काय तुमचं वायफाय कसं ठीक है क्या है स्कोर आपका वो बढ़ गया ना एक रश्मि मैडम का है मेरे आए किसी के फ्रेंड का है और एक थे बैग में है वो दिया है बोल के। तो बच्चे क्या कर रहे हैं?
तो 3 पेयर्स शेयर कर।
नहीं तो यहाँ पे है ना, ये क्यों नहीं जाता? अरे इसका क्या मतलब होता है? स्पेयर स्पेयर है इसलिए तो क्यों देंगे? क्यों? मैडम उसका कार्डबोर्ड है ना, तो और क्या होता है? और वो अगर किसी का रबर बैंड नहीं होता तो क्या करोगे? अरे जे 3 मुलं शेवटी द्यायचे होते बॅगवाले ते दिले का त्यांना? 3 मुलांना फीट कमी पडत होती. असं नाही ना, हे द्या ना तुम्ही. हो आपल्याकडे किट आहे का वेगळं? मग हे काय आहे? अरे रिप्लेसमेंट मध्ये हा किट आहे ना पूर्ण, ह्याचं बनवू शकता ना. अरे लागू नाही दे ना, बनवू दे ना त्याला. काय बोलतोस तू? 2 IP त्याला देऊया, काय फरक आहे? अरे त्याला बनवू दे यार, तू काय करतोय? कसं काय नाही बनणार? हा कनेक्ट नाही होणार इंटरनेटला, कारण की तो इंटरनेटचा राऊटर कशाला कनेक्ट करायची गरज आहे? असं करतोस तू? 2 मुलांना सेम IP ॲड्रेस द्यायचा, संपला विषय. उडेल 15 सिम त्याला कनेक्ट होण्यासाठी IISF काय कनेक्ट करायचा? बनवायचा त्याचा तो बिना घरी जाताना कसं होईल त्याचं? देतो मी. ज्या मुलाचा कंबाईंड IP आहे ना, तो IP 2 मुलांच्या ब्राउझरवर का नाही उघडणार? मला वाटेल माझाच चालतोय. तुम्ही 60 जणांचे एकत्र घेतल्यानंतर काय होईल? यार ये क्यों हो रहा है यार? ये पहले क्यों नहीं होगा? वो कैसे 15 मिनट में बच्चा बनाएंगे? सर listen sir, we'll give it at exam. Here it will be easy sir, distribution. After lunch we will do. But not during this one. Assembly is not done. Assembly we will wait for 15 more minutes. Then there is another countdown. We will stop. Followed by that we will have lunch. After lunch we will do it. Okay. Then better we when they are sitting itself. It will take more time. But volunteers will be there. आप लेकर आओ. सर अपने को वॉलंटियर्स चाहिए. कहाँ पे है आप देख लो. 3 किट लेके जाओ, उसको बनाने दो वहाँ पे. सर 3 नाही आहेत सर. तो एक अरेंज करू शकला मी. हे बघा सगळे स्विच काढलेले, सगळे स्विच मुलांना देऊन टाकले. मग कसे काय स्विच नाही दिले? रिप्लेसमेंट हवी. तू मुलांनी तोडले तर दिले आम्ही रिप्लेस करू. हे बघा तुम्ही काय म्हणलं? 100 किटचे पार्ट. हे बघा 100च्या वर मुलांचे स्विचेस तोडलेत मुलांनी. आता तुम्ही बघा किती मुलांनी स्विचेस घेऊन गेलेत आमच्याकडे. खाली केव्हा किती काफी तो उनको रिप्लेस करने दे दिए मैंने भी. ठीक है. हे बघा मुलांनी तोडलेत. 3 मुलं आहेत, 3 लाठी बसलेली आहे. 508 अभी नहीं. इनके पास सभी मतलब पहले ही बोला था. शांत बसू शकतात. दुसऱ्यांना हेल्प नाही करायची, की कोणाची हेल्प नाही घ्यायची, आपण इंडिव्हिज्युअल. आपलं झालं आता घरी काय डब्बा थोडा घेऊन या, बनवून द्या. सांगितलं तेवढं सांगितलं. फोटोही काढायचा, नंबरही करून घ्यायचा. तो फिर ये बोले की काउंटिंग में कि नहीं होएंगे आपके 508 कहाँ थे? बनाने दो उनको, लेके जाएगा वो कार्ड. जाओ ये रबर के बैग. जो बच्चे हैं उनको बनाने दो.
Hello, hello. Students, please note you are not supposed to help others. Please note, you are not supposed to talk with each other. You are not supposed to talk with each other. Students, please note, you are not supposed to talk with each other. It's a competition. Please follow the rules. If you have finished, अगर आपका हो गया है तो बस बैठे रहिए वहां पर.
तो सिर्फ स्विच कम है इसमें. पुष्कर, पुष्कर. 508 मुलं आहेत फक्त. 525 किट आणि 100 स्पेअर होते. शेवटच्या 3 मुलांना किट नाही मिळाली. गडबड केली. आम्ही त्यांना 2-3दा म्हटलं, पण आता ऐन वेळी म्हटलं 100 स्पेअर कुठे असते? नाही, त्याने 100 पाहिजे ना. मग आपण का नाही देत त्या मुलांना? ते काय म्हणतायत, मुलांनी स्विच तोडली, 100 मुलांनी तोडली. आपल्याकडं 525 किट आधीचे आणि 100 स्पेअर, 625 पाहिजे, 508 मुलं आहेत. तर 3 मुलांना कमी कशी पडते? किटच नाही म्हणतात. किटच नाही त्यांच्याकडे. आपण त्यांनी मग हात स्विच नाही आणली स्पेस. कमी पडते आपल्याकडे 525, तुमच्याकडे 75 स्पेअर. 600 पैकी आता 508 मुलं आहेत. शेवटच्या 3 मुलांना म्हणतात तिकीट नाही देतात. दोघांना एकत्र बसून आता पण सांगितलं का नाही म्हणते. तुमचेच मुलं म्हणतात की नाही आहे त्यांच्याकडे, दोघांना एकत्र बसून द्या कारण की किट संपले. संपले असतील आपण कसे सिरीज मधले. अहो त्याला बनवायचं आहे, तिथे उडवताना तुम्ही त्याला सेम आयपी ॲड्रेस द्या 2 मुलांना. त्याच्यात काय प्रॉब्लेम आहे? तो घरी घेऊन जाणार आहे फक्त. ॲप्लिकेशन फक्त नव्हतं मग ते द्या ना तुम्ही. कशाला चालला पाहिजे आयपी? जो चालणारा आयपी आहे त्याच्या मोबाईलवर टाकायचा. काय बोलताय तुम्ही? इथे छान
Students, you do not have to apply sellotapes. Sellotape has been given just for your purpose if in case in future wires break. If wire is breaking, then only apply sellotape. Don't apply sellotape on the body. Please don't apply sellotape on the body.
They are tearing that sellotape.
निकालने से कोई
अभी जितने रखे हैं
स्विच नाही आहे ना. नाही स्विच नाहीच आहे त्याच्यामध्ये. स्विच संपलेले आहेत. स्विच संपले आपले मुलांनी तोडले तेवढे. किती तोडले मी 75. आता 2-3 रिपेअर करतो. रितेश Students, please while using the wires, use gently. Many students are breaking their wires. Switches are not available in bulk quantity, so we cannot replace each switch. So try troubleshooting on your end. Thank you. बॅटरीज पाहिजे तर सांगा, बॅटरीज आहेत आपल्याकडे एक्स्ट्रा. डब्बे नाही आहेत आपल्याकडे.
Check. Dear students, we are repeating one instruction, one important instructions. Remember that battery, 9-volt battery has a limited life. Don't keep it on. You are going to just switch it on for once, check the LED light and immediately switch it off.
नाही हे फक्त एकच पार्ट आहे त्याचं, दुसरं पार्ट
मग त्यानं फक्त एवढंच आणून दिलं.
नाही मी 5 बॉक्स बोलून
Attention students, some students are facing issues regarding switching on the satellite. Please recheck the connections. I told you that count the pointers. After how many pointers we need to connect. Count it and connect it.
हे 5 बॉक्सेस आहे.
सबको बोलो सर, एक इन्स्ट्रक्शन देऊ शकतो आपण की सगळ्यांनी आपल्या फोनमध्ये आयपी ॲड्रेस टाकून ठेवा. आयपी ॲड्रेस नोट डाउन करा.
अभी खोलने मत दो, आखिरी में 1 मिनट लगेगा.
हाँ वो सिर्फ बोल दो, कभी तो बोलेंगे. आईपी एड्रेस आपको पता होना चाहिए.
डब्बे के
डब्बा इधर उधर हो जाएगा. नहीं ठीक है. नहीं फोन सर एक इन्स्ट्रक्शन द्यायचा. फोनमध्ये आयपी ॲड्रेस टाकून ठेवा. सब इनके पास ही रहेगा. क्रोममध्ये आयपी ॲड्रेस टाकून ठेवा. क्रोममध्ये गूगल क्रोम किंवा ॲपलमध्ये सफारी वगैरे.
वो एक फ्लाइट पे असेंबल होगा, फिर उसको लेके जाएंगे पैराग्लाइडर के लिए. तो बच्चे डिपॉजिट करेंगे बैटरी. अभी ये साइड में रखेंगे.
अपने ही टेबल पे रखेंगे आगे.
वो अभी नोट करेंगे और फिर साइड में रखेंगे.
ये सब कुछ लंच टाइम में करेंगे. अभी मोबाइल नोट करेंगे. नहीं अभी नहीं.
खत्म होने दीजिए, अभी उनको डिस्टर्ब मत करो. आखिरी में जब फोटो शूट करेंगे.
इंस्ट्रक्शंस आप दे.
आईपी एड्रेस वैसे तो दोस्तों सीरीज में होंगे. क्लास सी एड्रेस होगा 192.168. लास्ट अपडेट बस उनको थोड़ा याद रखना है. पूरा नंबर और उनको बोले कि मोबाइल में स्टोर भी करें.
उसके पड़ोसी का उसने डाल दिया, तभी वही डेटा दिखेगा.
वो तो मतलब एक ही तो सीरीज में 192.168. तीसरा ऑक्टेट बदलते रहो. 0 to 255 कुछ भी है.
आपल्या डेटामध्ये टेम्परेचर, ह्युमिडिटी, अल्टिट्यूड आणि प्रेशर 4 गोष्टी
करने के बाद फिर शुरू करेंगे. 60 की
कुछ नहीं करेंगे, यहाँ वो ले लेंगे, लंच करा के हम मैंगो दे के उनको लॉन्च करेंगे। सबका एक साथ ही कलेक्ट कर लेंगे मैडम। आपको जिनकी आवश्यकता है उनकी लेंगे, जिनकी आवश्यकता नहीं है वो नहीं लेंगे, वो बच्चा हाथ में लेके जाएगा। सर प्रचंड आता असं करायचं, सगळ्यांनी मोबाईल ऑन करा की एकदा ॲक्युरेट टाकून घ्या, बस एवढंच इन्स्ट्रक्शन खतम होणे दिले। जेव्हा आपण निघायचं डिस्टर्ब होईल हा नाही का पुरं निघा, ते सगळं झाल्यावर झालं ऊपर जाएगा सारा अभी हमें ड्रोन शॉट चाहिए होगा, खत्म होगा ना सारे लोग हाथ में पकड़ेंगे जो बन रहा है। रिकॉर्डिंग के लिए हमें बाद में डिपॉजिट करने के लिए चाहिए और उसका स्टिल फोटोग्राफी भी होगा।
सर आणि हे रॅन्डम
तो 2 मिनट कंटिन्यू चलने दो, यही चीज़ है जो हमें बाद में मीडिया के लिए वो है।
हाँ वही
Can I have your attention? Those students who have not completed their assembly yet, please raise your hand. Okay, can every नियमक have a count of these number? अपने अपने ग्रुप के नंबर काउंट कर लो आप. Hand raise those people who have not completed.
ज्यांनी ज्यांनी हात वर केला ना त्यांना आपल्याला बघायला लागेल. हात वर कुठं ठीक आहे हात वर करायला लागेल. मी एक किट रेडी करतो ॲक्च्युली तुझ्यासाठी. ओके
एकदा टाइम सांगूया एवढा उरलाय म्हणून.
पुष्कर 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 नाही नाही डायनामिक राहू द्या त्याला 10 मिनिट वाढवला तुमचं काय आपले ट्रेनिंगचे केलेले व्हॉलंटियर नाही करू शकणार. ते 5-7 जणांना आपण ट्रेनिंग दिली होती की कसं बनवायचं. हो करू शकते ना त्यांना सांगणार हो सांगितलं तर तुम्ही मध्ये इन्स्ट्रक्शन दिलं होतं ना मध्ये मुलांना नक्की करू सुरुवातीला आता करायचं मग नाहीतर मग काय करायचं पण ते हळूच करायचं पुष्कळ अनाऊन्स करून नाही पुष्कळ
अभी कितना टाइम बचा है?
हम डिसाइड करेंगे 1 घंटा है उससे ज़्यादा हो गया है.
हो गया नहीं ना
बच्चे अभी ऐसे उठाएंगे सर 4 मिनट के बाद 4 मिनट के बाद तो ड्रोन रेडी करवा दिया
नहीं 11 15 16 बोला था ना.
हाँ तो 12-16 होना है 4 मिनट बाद ही होगा.
हाँ तो टाइम देना है ख़त्म नहीं होगा
5-1 मिनट बढ़ा सकते.
ठीक है ठीक है.
Students, time is going to be over soon. Please hurry up. Those students who have not completed, if you have any issues with the spare parts, please talk to our volunteers. They'll help you with those missing part. Those students who have not completed their assembly yet, raise your hand so that volunteer can identify what are those missing components.
Other than students, volunteers, organizers, witnesses, adjudicator, steward, ये लोग छोड़ के कोई भी अनरिलेटेड लोग जो यहाँ है वो प्लीज वीआईपी एरिया में जाके सोफा पे आसन ग्रहण करें.
एक बचा है बस, जल्दी करो. Done? Yes, sir. How about you? One left. How about you? क्या हुआ आपका? कुछ मिसिंग है क्या? एक बार हेल्प करो यहाँ.
स्टार्ट हो रहा है? कोई लिखना है कि अभी नहीं हुआ? इसको नोट करके रखते क्या?
अरे कोई हेल्प नहीं करेगा तो नहीं होगा. 4 मिनट बचे हैं. अरे बनाने में कितने लोगों का बचा है? समय नहीं है, आप क्यों डिले करा रहे हो? बना दो इनका, जल्दी करो.
ये बना
हो गया? बग
What I am not getting is the folder.
Which folder?
There was a copy of this IIT challenge, IISF challenge documentation.
Oh, उसका कॉपी.
लाए थे लेकिन चाय पी के आएंगे तो चलो सर.
सर अभी आया.
Students, if you are facing any issues, please raise your hands. Volunteers will come to us. We are left out with only 3 to 4 minutes, so complete the satellite as soon as possible. If you are needing help, take help of your neighboring partners. Thank you.
किट है वो मिलेगा माइक्रो कंट्रोलर के आईसी।
वो तो पूरा डिफरेंट हो जाएगा ना। वो बंदा था किधर गया, वो चेक किया गया आपसे पूछेंगे। नहीं
उसका एटीट्यूड अलग है, उसका एटीट्यूड पूरा अलग है।
किधर गया वो?
बाकीची स्ट्रीप काहीतरी त्याला पूर्ण एक मिळू शकतो.
नाही पूर्ण नाही मिळणार. सर तो नका घेऊन जाऊ, कंट्रोलर कशाला पाहिजे? L1 नाही येतो, L6 नाही यायचं, चालणार नाही पण.
झालंय त्यांना एका बाजूला सगळं ठेवायला सांगा. ते पुन्हा पुन्हा हात लावतात ना, ते परत परत थोडंसं
Those students who have completed the assembly, please keep your kit and assembled satellite away. We are going to have a countdown for closing this event, and immediately after that we will have lunch at the same place. So we need enough space for our lunch, and after lunch we are going to the next venue. Once you have assembled, don't disturb the assembly. There'll be issue, there'll be problem with that.
ना ती कोणती बाई इव्हेंट मॅनेजर 360 वाली त्यांना काय सांगितलं की एक कॅमेरा जो आहे तो ऑडियन्सकडे असणार, एक कॅमेरा ग्राउंडवर असणार आणि प्लस ड्रोन असणार. ठीक आहे, पोझिशन ठीक आहे.
हो ठीक आहे ना.
ओके
चालू करायचं का? बंद
काय करायचं असतं सांगा मला.
रिव्हर्स काउंटडाऊन
म्हणजे
आणि विसल
रिव्हर्स काउंटडाऊन म्हणजे 0 to 10.
नाही 10 से
Hello. I request volunteers for food and refreshment, please come here. Please come near the main stage here. Aman and team. Aman and team, please come here. Come fast.
इन्स्ट्रक्शन्स द्या परत की ज्यांचं झालंय त्यांनी ते बाजूला ठेवा, कारण ते पुन्हा पुन्हा ते ह्याला हात लावतात बरेच जण आणि मग ते थोडंसं डिसमेंटल होण्याचे चान्सेस आहेत ना.
within a minute. Check. Within couple of minutes, we are going to start a countdown again for the closing. I hope all of you have completed your assembly. If you have not completed, raise your hand so that the student volunteer can come and find out what is the problem. Those students who have not completed their assembly, please stand up. Please stand up so that we can count.
हाँ, तो आपको हेल्प कर, खड़े रहो, हमें पता चलेगा। आप बना रहे हैं ना? हाँ।
जिन छात्रों की असेंबली पूरी नहीं हुई है, आप खड़े हो जाइए। अगले कुछ क्षणों में हम रिवर्स काउंटडाउन भी करेंगे।
तो टेक्निकल टीम से जो भी कोई है, जरा देखिए।
जिन छात्रों के किट में समस्या है, टेक्निकल टीम जल्द से जल्द उनकी समस्या का निवारण करे।
जो स्टूडेंट्स खड़े हैं, उनको जरा देखिए कोई टेक्निकल इशू है क्या?
अटेंड दो स्टूडेंट्स। तुम्हाला माहिती आहे Last 2 minutes. जिन छात्रों ने उनके सैटेलाइट की असेंबली पूरी की है, आपका असेंबल सैटेलाइट दूर रखिए, उसको डिस्टर्ब ना कीजिए। हम आपस में बातचीत कम करेंगे, जितनी आवश्यक चीजें हैं वही बात होगी। यहाँ पे एक कमिटी है जो सीनियर फैकल्टी, आईआईटीज, आईसर्स, ट्रिपल आईटी, वो हमें देख रहे हैं, ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हैं। जो छात्र गाइडलाइंस को फॉलो नहीं करेंगे उनको डिस्क्वालीफाई करेंगे। क्या हमें डिस्क्वालीफाई होना है? तो सारे इंस्ट्रक्शंस को समझेंगे, जितनी आवश्यक बात होनी है उतनी ही बात होगी, बाकी बेवजह कोई बात नहीं करेगा। आखिरी 1 मिनट।
उल्टा लगा मतलब ये बोले कि उल्टा लगा हुआ ये उससे क्या ही फर्क पड़ता है? ऐसे कैसे आप जाओ देखो सिमेट्री ही है। जाओ देखो तिकडे पण है सर 1 मिनिट ये सिमेट्री ही है, क्या ही दिक्कत नहीं है उसकी। चल नहीं रहा इससे क्या ही फर्क पड़ेगा? इसको मैं उल्टा लगा तो नीचे कुछ है अलग से असेंबली करते हुए दिख रहा है। ऐसे कैसे? उसमें कुछ भी अलग नहीं है, उल्टा लगा दो। अरे मग तू जाऊन करून ये ना तसं तिकडे मग फीस द्यायचं कोणालाच काहीच देऊ नको आता, फक्त जेवढा डब्बा त्याला सांगा
डियर स्टूडेंट्स, आपके असेंबली किट में एक रन चार्ट था जिसको देख के आपने सैटेलाइट असेंबल किया है। वो जो पेपर है उसको वापस फोल्ड करके वो बॉक्स में रख दो। किट वाले कुछ लोगों ने ऐसा किया नहीं है, वो पेपर को फोल्ड करके वो बॉक्स में रख दो। हाँ स्टूडेंट्स, अभी हम स्क्रीन पर 55 सेकेंड्स का काउंटडाउन शुरू हो जाएगा। उसके बाद आपका असेंबलिंग का काम बंद हो जाएगा। जो रन चार्ट आपको दिया है, जिसको देख के आपने असेंबली की है, उस पेपर को किट बॉक्स में रख दीजिए।
ते नंतर बघूया आपण। 55 चालू झालं, तुम्ही म्हणलं की चालू करता। ते नंतर बनवायचे आपण। आता काय So last 1 minute. We are starting countdown in 5 seconds. Volunteers, please vacate this place and you go towards edges. Make this area completely empty. Nobody will talk to each other. Volunteers, please go to the wall. सारे लोग साइड में चले जाएंगे, सारे वॉलंटियर्स, पूरा एरिया. Last 27 seconds.
All volunteers on either side of this hall.
Last 20 seconds.
और हमारे IISF चैलेंज के जो ऑफिशियल्स हैं, एविडेंस रखने वाले लोग हैं, उनको छोड़ के
10,
कोई भी यहाँ नहीं होगा.
8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. एक नया विश्व कीर्तिमान संभवतः हमने बनाया है. जो कमिटी है उसको इवैल्यूएट करेगी. मीडिया के लिए हमें एक फोटोग्राफ चाहिए होगा और उस दृष्टि से सबने अपना जो असेंबल सैटेलाइट है दाहिने हाथ में ऊपर पकड़ना है.
उसको ज्यादा डिस्टर्ब नहीं करना है.
बिना डिस्टर्ब किए बहुत जेंटली उसको ऊपर पकड़ेंगे. एवरीवन प्लीज होल्ड योर सैटेलाइट अप. This is a wonderful time for yet another IISF edition where more than 500 students, they have assembled this beautiful Pico satellite with their own hands. Nobody, even the advanced countries, have dared to make such world record, and we are here. हरियाणा के प्रतिभावान ब्राइट स्टूडेंट्स एक विश्व कीर्तिमान बनाने की पूरी संभावना, अगर हमारी कमेटी ये सारे नंबर्स को और आपके सैटेलाइट की वर्किंग को टेस्ट करके बता देगी. फिर से एक बार आपका हाथ एल्बो स्ट्रेट, एल्बो स्ट्रेट.
यहाँ को बहुत सारे लोग फोटो लेने के लिए आए हैं. मैडम और टीचर्स प्लीज, बहुत सारे लोग इस तरफ आ चुके हैं. प्लीज आप VIP लाउंज में जाइए प्लीज.
Okay, let's have your hands down. Listen to very important instructions. All of you have a box, and on that box there is a important numbers, IP address written. आप सभी ने अपना फोन बाहर निकालना है और आपके फोन में ये IP एड्रेस नोट करना है. सैटेलाइट को आप नीचे रखिए और हर एक ने इस IP एड्रेस को नोट करना है. ये IP एड्रेस हमें इसकी जब टेस्टिंग होगी, इस सैटेलाइट को माउंट करके पैराग्लाइडर पे ऊपर उड़ाया जाएगा, 150 से 200 मीटर की ऊंचाई वो लेगा, तब हमें टेस्ट करना है कि आपने जो बनाया है उसके सेंसर्स काम कर रहे हैं क्या. ये सेंसर्स, इसके जो ऊपर माइक्रो कंट्रोलर चिप और एंटेना लगा है, वहां से आपके सेल फोन में डेटा भेजेगा. तो आपको ये IP एड्रेस को नोट करना है. जिस IP एड्रेस का किट आपको मिला है उस पे एक स्टिकर लगा हुआ है. ये IP एड्रेस आप लिख के रखिए. अगले 10 सेकंड में काम पूरा हो जाना चाहिए. Has everybody note down their IP address? Raise your hand. सबको इंपॉर्टेंट इंस्ट्रक्शन, किसी ने भी सैटेलाइट को ऑन नहीं रखना चाहिए. बैटरी ऑन हो रही है, ब्लिंक हो रही है, आपकी बैटरी मर जाएगी. स्विच ऑफ करके रखिए. सैटेलाइट को स्विच ऑफ करके रखिए. बैटरी बंद होगी, त्याची बॅटरी ब्लिंक होते. टेबल क्लियर करूया. I see some LEDs blinking on here. You will have problem. Switch off. We will do two important exercises in next 10-15 seconds. First, you are going to raise hand and confirm that you have noted IP address. क्या सबने IP address note किया है? दूसरा exercise, हमारे सैटेलाइट का बटन स्विच ऑफ. एलईडी चेक करेंगे और देखेंगे कि वो ऑफ है क्या. बहुत सारे लोगों के ऑन है. सैटेलाइट का बटन स्विच ऑफ कीजिए, एलईडी जलनी नहीं चाहिए. तीसरा एक्सरसाइज, आपका किट और सैटेलाइट उसको दूर रखेंगे. ये वाला टेबल लंच के लिए रेडी रखेंगे. आईपी एड्रेस की आप फोटो लेंगे तो फोटो आपको बाद में यूज करने के लिए काम में आ जाएगी. अभी आपका सेलफोन वापस पॉकेट में जाएगा और हम लंच के लिए आपका टेबल रेडी करेंगे. दूर रखिए, सारे बॉक्सेस दूर रखिए. लंच के लिए स्पेस बनाइए. वॉलेंटियर्स की टीम लंच बॉक्सेस जो आए हैं उसको कलेक्ट करेंगे.
Dear volunteers, please listen. All the volunteers, please listen. आपके ग्रुप को जिस रो के लिए आप है, उस रो के सारे स्टूडेंट्स को लंच बॉक्सेस आपको देने हैं और उसके लिए उसका एक स्पेसिफिक रूट है. आप ये बीच का जो कॉरिडोर है वहीं से आएंगे बॉक्सेस लेके और यहाँ से पास करेंगे. स्टूडेंट्स पास ऑन करेंगे. बीच में और साइड में मत जाना, यहाँ से पास ऑन कीजिए. अपने अपने ग्रुप को दे दीजिए.
फरीदाबाद के इस प्रांगण में आज एक नया विश्व कीर्तिमान बनने जा रहा है. आप सारे 500 से अधिक छात्र जो यहां आज सुबह की सर्दी के मौसम में भी यहां पहुंचे हैं, ये सभी अपना बनाया हुआ सैटेलाइट जब टेस्ट हो जाएगा तो दिन के आखिर में आप ये वापस लेके जाएंगे. आप सभी को IISF की तरफ से एक सर्टिफिकेट मिलेगा और मुझे बताते हुए खुशी हो रही है कि इसरो की तरफ से आपको कुछ एक सरप्राइज गिफ्ट भी मिलने वाला है. कितने लोगों को ये गिफ्ट चाहिए? तो एक बार तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट से हम इसरो को धन्यवाद देंगे और फिर से एक बार और तेज तालियां IISF के कोऑर्डिनेशन टीम को, जो इंश्योर करेंगे कि आप सभी को इसका एक सर्टिफिकेट भी मिलेगा. मुझे पता है ये सैटेलाइट का मॉडल सबके लिविंग रूम की शोभा बढ़ाने वाला है और मुझे यह भी पता है आपके सबके पड़ोसी आपसे नाराज होंगे क्योंकि ये सैटेलाइट आपके पास है और उनके पास नहीं है. तो ये गौरव का विषय है, ये स्वाभिमान का विषय है कि फरीदाबाद के होनहार छात्र जो चीज अन्य विकसित देश भी नहीं कर पाए वो आज हम शायद करने वाले हैं. आपका पूरा सहयोग चाहिए होगा. कम से कम समय में हम अपना भोजन करेंगे ताकि हम लॉन्च साइट जा पाए.
आपण यांना आता तिथं कसं बसवणार आहे, कारण की आपल्याला समजा 50 घ्यायचेत ना, तर हे 4 टेबल्स ते 4 टेबल्स घ्यायला लागतील आपल्याला एकत्र.